So I just wanted to do a little video on how it is being a teen mom, because a lot of teenagers that I talk to, they're like, oh yeah, you're so good with her, she's such an easy baby, and stuff like that. And I don't want everybody to think that it is as easy as it may seem. As not a lot of you know, I was 14 when I got pregnant, and a few months, probably about a month after I found out I was pregnant, I turned 15. And I had a really easy pregnancy at the beginning, and I had no morning sickness, no real symptoms other than I was eating a lot, peeing a lot, and I was always tired and I was gaining weight. I didn't realize at first that I was gaining weight until one day I was at school and I was in the girls' bathroom, and I felt big and bloated. And that was the day that I found out I was pregnant. And since then, it has been a year next month since Nevaeh was born, and this chair is really fascinating me, sorry. And it's been, I'm not going to say hard, it's been difficult at times, but it's not as hard as a lot of people say. Oh yeah, it's so much harder being a teen mom than it is being an older mom. It's not. It is hard because most teen parents, they're not financially fit for a baby. Maybe you are for yourself, maybe you have a job, and you're doing your schooling. If that's the case and you are almost at that age where you're going to be an adult, I don't really see a problem in it because you're already so close to being an adult. But if you're, say, the age I was, you don't have a job, you're still in school, and you just have your whole life ahead of you, I don't think that it's a very good idea. I'm not going to say don't do it, or I'm going to judge you and make you feel horrible, like a lot of people actually have done. And they kind of make it seem like being a teen mom is the biggest burden. And I've actually heard about websites that have called teen moms' children crotch droppings, which really pisses me off. Because just because that child's parents are teenagers does not make it any different than another child born to an older couple. It's still an innocent child. It did not ask to be born into that. It happened, and that child doesn't deserve to be talked to or about like that. But anyways, I'm going to get back onto the topic. There's a few things you have to consider when deciding that you're going to have a baby. There is ectopic pregnancies, and I'd hate to say it, but there's miscarriages, there's infant loss, and a lot of those things are higher if you're younger, because when you're younger, your sleeping habits are not usually right in place, and you need a lot of sleep when you're at that adolescent year, that you can't, I don't know how to explain it. If you decide to sleep with your baby, there's a chance of you not waking up and rolling over onto them. There's the SIDS factor, there's so many things, like if you don't share a room with your baby, or even if you do, you maybe, and there's not many cases, but there have been cases where parents who sleep heavy, they smoke or they drink or something like that, their sleeping habits aren't really, they have a really hard time waking up with the baby. And that can cause your baby to cry until they stop breathing. It can cause them to choke on their own spit from crying. And there's a lot of different things that happen because you're so used to getting your sleep and then getting up and going to school, and some teenagers don't even go to school. But there's that, and then there's the cost of everything. A crib is insanely expensive. What are you doing? A crib is insanely expensive. A new one can cost up to $800. But that's depending on the type you get and where you get it. And the mattresses range from $50 to $100. And those are both things that you'll need when you have a baby, because I found out very quickly that it's not very easy to have a baby sleep in a playpen because it's not as comfortable as a bed would be. So there's the crib, and if you decide to get a change table, I actually have a broken one because I didn't really need one to use all of that a lot. And then you need diapers. Diapers are expensive depending on if you use disposable or cloth. Cloth are really expensive, but it's a one-time buy. Sometimes you need to go and buy other things. Are you trying to talk over me? Sometimes you need to buy other things to go with the cloth diapers, like you might need an insert or just different things like that. I don't really know all the things because I don't diaper a cloth diaper. And then you can cloth wipe or use disposable wipes, which disposable wipes, they're cheap, but they're also expensive because if you add up how many wipes you're going to need for one diaper and then get an unexpected poopy diaper that you have to use a lot for, it adds to the cost quite a bit. And then there's clothes and shoes you don't really need at the beginning. They're nice to have, but there's shoes. You have to think about their first birthday. Generally, a Christmas outfit, Halloween, what else? Their birthday. Their birthday is typically the most expensive because you go full out on their birthday because it's their first birthday and you only get your first birthday once. And then there's toys and decorations, and you need a crib bedding set if you're going to have a crib. And a crib bedding set, I got mine for $85 and it was on sale. And all that was the comforter, the fitted sheet, and the bumper pads. And that was it. And then, what else? There's toys. You'll always need toys because no matter what, if you want to keep them occupied while you're doing something, you're going to need toys. And then once they get older, their needs for toys gets more of a variety, and diaper rash cream, baby soap, lotion, baby powder,